All right, here's a nice question, and it's one that I want to show you a little bit about rounding and make sure you don't round too much. So I'm given this information. Let me just do my ABC stuff over here. So C I know is 90, A is 76, degrees, 40 minutes. Now, I know that all three of these have to add up to 180. If I subtract the 90 off, then these two have to add up to 90 degrees. So what I can do is I can just subtract the 76 degrees 40 minutes from the 90 degrees, and that'll tell me what the answer is. Now, you can see that to subtract, they'll have to borrow. So I need to borrow from this to leave 89. And when I borrow over here, I know that there's 60 minutes in 1 degree. So when I bring this over, I'm bringing over 60 minutes. So 60 take away 40 is 20, 89 take away 76, 13. So angle B is 13 degrees, 20 minutes. 13 degrees, 20 minutes. Okay, so now let's use that information to find the other sides. So this side, if this is my angle, this side over here is my opposite side. So this is my hypotenuse, this is my adjacent side. So let's, they want us to get B, so let's get B, that's the adjacent side. So I need to pick a ratio that's got an adjacent and an opposite in it. And that one is tangent. So the tangent of an angle is opposite over adjacent. So the tangent of 76 degrees, now this, I can't put that in my calculator. So if I take 40 and divide it by 60, I get 0.66. But I would use a bunch of sixes there. You could round it to 0.67, but I'd use a bunch of sixes in there before you start putting in a 7. And the more you put in, the more accurate you are. Like if you would round that to 76.7, that's too much rounding. There'll be some, especially if you have to go to 2 decimal places in your answer, you'll have something out a little bit. Okay, so I've got tangent of that angle is equal to the opposite side, 10.77, over the adjacent side, which in this case is letter B. Letter B. Multiply B on both sides, divide by the tan of that big number, tan 76.6666, a bunch of sixes. Okay, let me do that on my calculator. Okay, when I do that, 10.77 divided by the tangent of 76.666 is a bunch of sixes. The B I come up with is 2.55255. So if I'm rounding it to the nearest hundredth, I would write that as 2.55. And I just tried to put, some extra sixes in there. And it changes the numbers way at the end, but it won't change these two. So 2.55 for that one. All right, now I want to find out what the hypotenuse is. So again, I could use Pythagoras, or let's use some trig for that one. So I know the opposite, and I want to know the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, that's a sine ratio. So the sine of an angle is the opposite side over the hypotenuse side. So the sine of 76.666667 is equal to the opposite side, 10.77, divided by the hypotenuse. So, the hypotenuse, I guess I can put the letter C in there for that. It's not wrong to put hypotenuse there, but so 10.77 divided by the sine of 76.66666, a bunch of sixes and a 7. Okay, so calculator for a second. Okay, and when I do that, it comes out to 11.068, 3488, etc. So rounding it to 2 decimal places, 11.07 I would call it. Now compare those numbers with the numbers here, and the numbers there are very close, but the only difference is that you didn't carry that angle long enough. And I don't know, like I've never seen a book where it says you need to use this many digits or this many decimal places. I would just do a bunch of them. All right, hopefully that helps with just a little bit of clarifying. On a test, if you're getting these numbers, like you're very close to what the correct numbers are, so I'm going to give you most all of the points, but accuracy is important, so I would carry that decimal place quite a bit. All right, hopefully that helps.